Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come, the time has come. What's going on, guys? Welcome back, welcome back. It's the CPI, it's time. Hope you guys are ready for today. I'm excited. Don't try this at home. Just know it's coming. Great that you guys are here. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm very happy. Thank you guys for coming perfectly on time here. We're looking forward to today. We have a big day coming. We're going to go over all the previous CPI data here. We have a lot of things to cover. We're going to talk about lots of stuff. Hope you guys are ready. If you are not an experienced trader, I recommend you to stay out of the markets. It's going to get wild. It's going to get crazy. You know what's going on here. The dollar is coming down. Gold is already coming down a little bit here, or it's pushing up a little bit for now. But we're going to go over it here. Let's see what we have in the building. Major love for everyone who showed up on time. And it's great to have you here. Let's make it an amazing stream. So let's see what we have. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Yesterday's S&P still dumped very hard. So people that took the trade, congratulations if you took it. Great stuff there, great stuff here. Let's see what we have here. Bazinga, what's happening? Stefan, my man. Ilias, Static. You promise. What's happening, man? What's happening? Hope you guys are doing well. Great to see you again. M. Ali, Lorenzo, where can I check the outcome of the news? Investing.com. Investing.com, Forex Factory, you can choose. Rootless, Nova. Morning, bro. Morning. Bro, GJ rolled me over yesterday. Yes, we didn't see that closure below. Bazinga, well, I'm doing good. Jamie says, let's crush it today. Shipley says, let's go. There we go. We're going to do a little poll today as well here, just for fun. We're going to see what you guys think about gold, what the expectation is here. It's very mixed. Very mixed. Gold dropped terribly after you left. I saw it. We were in the Discord listening to it. People were indeed still trading that. There we go. Amazing. Okay, we have the Limitless V3 launch. I think we have Gigi also streaming some event here. We're going to dive into that. We have our whole community ready. If you want to join us today, especially in the V3, you can join the V3 trading floor. We can have a conversation right there. Bullish or bearish? Bullish or bearish for gold here? We're going to talk about it in a second. Same for the dollar, very importantly. And of course, a couple other charts that I would like to look at here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to risk the biscuit. I'm going to risk the biscuit today. Camera's off. Give me 1 second here, guys. The camera's nervous. The camera's nervous for today. Give me 1 moment. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's dive straight into it, guys. We have a lot of things to discuss here. We're going to go over the macro for gold. We're going to talk about the dollar, what has happened in the previous CPI on the 12th of July, on the 13th of June, and the 10th of May. The last 3 months. We're going to talk about the overall index. What is the CPI? What does it mean? Why is it so important to mention for the new people here? And then, of course, we have the Federal Reserve. We call this the Fed Watch tool. What about potential increases? What is the probability for a new rate hike? How is this going to affect the dollar, and what are the potentials from there? And then the sentiment of the market. What are people doing? Are they going long? Are they going short right now? What is the current status of the market for the pairs that we are looking at? Overall, I highly recommend you to stay off the market if you have no experience here. even for me, this is going to be more or less a gamble. Okay, yes, we're going to take a trade here. This is not what we usually are doing. Usually we are following specific rules for executing our position. Want to make sure that we're always following our rules, our mechanical system, and everything that we have created around it. But for today, with the CPI, we're always willing to have some fun here. So see it a little bit as a learning curve here, a little bit for entertainment purposes as well. But overall, it's always a fun experience when you see major news coming out and how this will massively impact the dollar, gold, and many other pairs as well here. So let's make it happen and let's use this for us right now. Let's do it. Let's go over gold here. And let's start with, first of all, our gold chart on the higher time frame. Let's do this. And before we continue, I actually am very curious to see what you guys are thinking right now at the moment. So let me know what you think about gold up or down. Let's see what we have here. Throw something in the chat here. We already reached the 148 likes. Thank you guys so much. Let's pump it up here today for the CPI especially. And let's make it happen here. I'm gonna place a poll right now. We have around 500 people watching already. It's gonna be a quick one today. We're gonna see gold up or down, and I want you to vote based on what you personally think here. Let's see what the result will be here. So let's do this first real quick, and let's see what we have before we do our analysis here overall. What the potential possibilities are. So let's see what we have here. 30 votes coming in. Let's see what we have, fam. Make your vote, make your vote. $122 votes so far. There we go, 150 votes. 59% says up. 41% of you guys say down. Let's keep them coming. Let's keep them coming. We're going to say at least 300 votes right now. Let's do it. We're almost there. What does the fam think here? 59%. 60% up. 40% down. There we go. Okay. Amazing. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them going. It's quite a crazy outcome here already. I didn't expect that, by the way. I personally thought that more people would expect gold to come down. That's interesting. Just Game says, have you not learned anything? This news will break gold. You never know. You never know. We're going to actually show you why you never know. Doesn't matter what's going to happen here. Okay. This is the reality of what we're currently seeing here. But you know what we're going to do? We'll do it a little bit different today. Let's just start and kick it off with the previous data. So let's start with the CPI and what we had before. I think that's always a great way to look at. Let's start then, of course, first of all, with what we have previously seen already, the news here. So the CPI, right? Consumer Price Index. It pretty much practically measures the prices what we pay as consumers for our food, you name it. Right? If prices go up and inflation goes up, this of course doesn't benefit us at all. So they want to get inflation down as much as possible. They're trying to do that by increasing interest rates on a day-to-day basis here. However, prices coming down, inflation is coming down so far, but their goal is to get it down to 2%. 2% is kind of their target. And it seems very hard to reach. It's easier to go from 10 to 8%, but it's much harder to go from 3% to 2%. So based upon that, they measure. And then therefore, the specific outcome for today's session here and the CPI today is extremely important. And why is it important? Well, if you look at the previous data, it says 3% year-over-year CPI, all right, 3%. The expectation for this month will be, or let's say July, so we're always 1 month ahead, or behind, sorry, 3.3%, so a 0.3% increase in inflation. Of course, this is not good. this could lead to potentially, you know, more rate hikes because it's going up again, you name it, right? If you look here at the CPI and look at the past, and you look at the last 3 months, I think that's the most important thing to cover for now. Let's start with the 12th of July. So 12th of July, we had a lower than expected outcome. So we had a previous inflation of 4%. The forecast was 3.1%, so 0.9% lower. And it came out 100 basis points lower, so 1 full percent lower than the initial 4% here. How did the dollar react? The dollar came down. All right, the dollar came down. So inflation came out lower than expected. Dollar therefore came down. You saw it coming down at this specific moment here. So write this down. Inflation lower, dollar came down 12th of July, previous month. Okay, let's go to June. And let's see what we have here. So the 30th of June, we had 4%. Okay, the previous inflation was 4.9. The forecast was 4.1, came out 4. Exactly the same thing. Same thing as in July, came out lower than expected. Okay, what happened with the dollar? Dollar came down. Dollar came down as well here. Same scenario here. Initially, when we saw this pump here, it was I think at the 13th of July. We saw it right here. 30th of July, 30th of July. A little bit earlier, it's actually right there. Okay, we came down, we shoot up, we wicked on both sides here. Okay, so you see clearly that we took out the lows, we took out the highs, we started to consolidate, and then after we finally had that wick fill to the upside, we came down, we came up to retest that fill, and we dumped significantly after that. But the initial reaction of the news was that we came down, we came up, we started to consolidate up and then came down, even though the exact news was practically the same as the month that we already saw a month later in July, where we came down practically straight away. That was just one candle, boom, down. So with the same exact outcome, this time you saw already 2 different results, right? It came down eventually, but it at least liquidated everyone beforehand, going up, going down, and then making that move to the downside. So do take that in consideration when looking at June. Now let's go to May. What happened the 10th of May? The 10th of May here, we saw a inflation of 5%, previous inflation of 5%. We came out lower, 4.9%, only 10 basis points lower initially. So what happened? In that case, the dollar came up. And the dollar came up pretty significantly as well here. Okay, first candle came down, the next candle flipped, and we came up. So we came down, and we came up immediately, continuing to the upside here. So every outcome of the dollar, based upon the news, even though the inflation came out lower 3 times in a row, every single time something happened here, something different came out. So CPI 10th of May came up, CPI 30th of June, came down, then came up, 30th of June, came down, came up, came down. 12th of July came down. So I'm gonna already tell you right now, it is extremely hard to predict potentially scenarios or outcomes here of the market here. The only thing that you could see though is that you have been consolidating here already for a while and that you came up here. At this specific moment, when we were around this level here, eventually you could see that, you could say that there was a lot of sell-side liquidity built up below here, and that this eventually would have been an amazing target to go for and to take out in that sense here. In this case, right now, we have been coming up after the CPI. We came down, we came up significantly. We're now back into that higher range. We failed to break that high. The question will be, is there a chance that we can come down to take out all that sell-side liquidity? Well, if we go to the 3 daily and the 3 daily candle here, this is not looking particularly strong at me at this particular moment right now for the dollar. You see already that there is no bottom wick here on the 3 daily chart. We could be flipping this one. However, I'm going to be honest with you guys, you cannot predict the outcome of the CPI here. What we're going to do though, is we're going to place it, we're going to play the game purely on a technical standpoint. And we're just going to place 2 trades. I'm willing to risk, you know, $1,000 or something like that to just see where it can go, trying to at least somehow predict a little bit what's going to happen here. At this particular moment, when looking at the dollar right now, the dollar is not looking particularly strong as of what we're seeing here. If we then go to the Fed tool and we come back and we look at the actual probabilities for a rate hike here, as of right now, as of today, at least at this specific moment, the potential scenario that we're not going to see a rate hike in the next month, which will be the 20th of September, so a month and a half from now, is 86.5%. So if this stays this way and we're actually not going to see an increase in a rate hike or whatsoever here, that could mean that the dollar for that particular region can come down a little bit as well. So what I'm personally looking for in that scenario, based upon what I see in the charts from a technical standpoint for the dollar, in combination right now with the Fed watch tool, in combination with the previous data, well, we could kind of see, okay, maybe there is like a 65 to 35% chance that the dollar will come down. And there is a 35 to whatever 40% chance that the dollar will come up. Something in that manner here. So still very, very similar behavior. But overall, based upon the technicals, the dollar failed to break the highs and it's starting to slow down a little bit here. We have built a lot of, you know, sell side liquidity also to the downside right now at this specific moment from the dollar. So do take that in consideration when looking at it. Liquidity is king, and exactly the liquidity has been built up, especially for the CPI here. So purely based on, you know, all these factors combining here, taking the previous months, then looking at the liquidity built up, looking at the weight watch tool, what is the probability that they're going to increase rate hike, interest rates, and so on and so on. And what is the expectation here? Based up on the metrics, I'm trying to see if there are some charts that are aligning at least a little bit what we're looking for here. So let's take this information and let's smash that like button. We have 200 likes, 800 people watching. Welcome to the show here. Looking forward to take some risky trades today. Smash that like button up and let's get it to 1,000 people right now. It's going to go fast. And so far, we're still seeing that we are at 60-40% up for gold here. So that's very interesting to see. Let's see what we have for gold. So let's have a look at gold here. And what did gold do over the last months here? Well, okay, let's look at the dollar. Very strangely, the 12th of July, the dollar came down very hard. And of course, what did gold do? Gold came up, right? Negative correlation, gold came up. Why? At this specific moment, you saw that the CPI came out, we shoot up, came down, shoot up more. We took out the highs there. And that's pretty much it. All that buy-side liquidity was built up, in my opinion, at that specific moment right there. And we broke out of it during the CPI for gold here. So dollar came down, gold came up. 30th of June, same scenario, right? Manipulation, shooting up, shooting down, eventually still coming down while the dollar was practically doing the same thing. So very tricky scenario right there. But at that specific moment, we had some uncertainties with the federal interest rates and everything at that moment. It was very tricky. So it could have been a lot of manipulation happening during the June or during the 30th of June right there. And then the 10th of May. 10th of May, we had, of course, the dollar coming up and gold, as you know, coming down here. The only scenario here, or the most important part for gold, though, is that we shoot up before. And I hope you guys remember this because we actually were trading that right here. And we were looking at the point of control of that range. And I believe it was right in that level that we were taking here. And we had a trade set up. It tapped us in and it came down and we closed it a little bit lower. We should have held our position much longer, but that's always the aftermath. But we took that short to the upside, so we shoot up and we then came down, while the dollar, of course, came down and then shoot up. So at this specific moment, you can guarantee that there is some sort of negative correlation. If the dollar will come down here, we will break this particular level, and we're going to take out that sell side liquidity. The Fed tool, you know, showing us some interesting stuff here. Then there is, in my opinion, a probability that gold is shooting up today. And the reason why I'm saying that is also because gold has been coming down already all week long. We were constantly in that suppression. And last week, last week we were talking about the fact that we were looking for that trade, and I hope you guys remember that trade here, where we were consolidating before the NFP, and every single time when we wanted to break out here, we started to come up, and we then flipped, got suppressed, started to come down. Even yesterday, every single time when we pushed up, we got suppressed and pushed further down. I'm not saying that this is like a strong confluence or anything that matter, but I just wanted you to be aware of the potential, suppression that is currently going on for gold here. What the reason is, particularly, of course, we don't know. We are no magicians anyway, in any way, shape, or form here. What I do know, though, is that we have taken out the previous highs on the daily. If you look here on the daily, you can see clearly that we have taken out the highs here, and we have still not taken out the lows here. What do I think could happen today? Well, based upon the metrics that we've seen before, from the 10th of May, the 13th of June, and not the 12th of July, but we saw a flipping scenario. So we saw that we induced one direction, and then we flipped the other way around. So maybe for that particular reason, I am willing to, for gold specifically, I'm looking for buys. It maybe sound crazy, but I'm looking for buys here. But I'm looking for buys probably below a certain level, below, some places where I think a lot of liquidity could be built up here. And if I look here at the daily candle for gold on a Wanda right now, what do we see in the chat, guys? Let me know in the chat. What do we see here on the chart? Let's see what we have, fam. What do we have here? No wick. No but a wick. No but a wick. So what I'm personally looking for is to flip, first of all, come down and then come up. That's what I'm looking for gold here. So for that particular reason, on the 4 hour, I'm looking to somehow look for, okay, where are probably the most stop losses built at this particular moment? What happens if they take these stop losses out, and could we then flip from there? Could that be the inducement for a potential turnaround to the upside for gold? So if I'm looking here, we have a strong low here, we have a strong low there. I think somewhat in between here, I want to start looking for a long setup, potentially placing a limit order. Roundabout in between these levels here. I'm thinking around the 1900, putting my stop loss on a, relatively safe spot to target these particular highs above here at this specific level. Somewhat in that level here. And the reason why I'm looking at a pretty wide reaction is because we know how gold reacts. We know how big these moves can be. And if gold goes, gold can keep going. So particularly, I'm looking for somewhat for a particular, long here. Can I get stopped out immediately? Yes. Can I not get triggered potentially in my position? Absolutely. We have no idea here. But I'm trying to at least minimize my risk by, for specifically gold, not enter a market order, but placing a limit, a buy limit, a little bit lower. So a little bit below the lows here. So we can, hopefully that potentially will wick us in to a position. Getting pretty much in an entry where most people will get stopped out. Somewhat in that direction here. So if that happens, fantastic. If it doesn't happen, let's see what we can do here. We have 1 more hour left, so we will probably, place a buy limit soon for gold here. Then I have another chart, and then I think, okay, let's say gold goes up. What are potentially correlated currencies that are affected by gold here? And if you guys know it, let me know in the chat right now. What are potentially the currencies that are affected by gold? Who knows the correlation between gold and potential currencies here? Let me know if you guys know. Let's see what we have here. Yes, I see some good answers indeed. Australian dollar. That's definitely something I'm looking for. So then I go to other charts. Then I look at the major currencies right here. And I'm starting to see, okay, what is the potential that the Australian dollar potentially will go up if gold goes up in this case. If gold goes up and dollar goes down, it should be good for the Australian dollar against the US dollar. Especially because gold is going up in a strong direction as well. If the gold pushes harder, it could benefit the Australian dollar as well. So look at the Australian dollar and look at what we're building here. This is kind of interesting to me here. Look how we are getting compressed right now. Look how we are all the way down at this particular low here. Okay, that low that created this high right there. We took out with this high that previous low here to now come back towards this low to potentially build us a lot of liquidity to the upside, potentially to come up and shoot up from there. Is that a possibility? Well, potentially. We never know with the news, but I'm willing to take the risk and to place a market order for the Australian dollar, and to simply see if it can break out of this zone. It's pretty straightforward here. But based upon you know, everything that we just talked about, I might be taking a long for the Australian dollar against the US dollar here, market just before the news, and see how that goes right here. Somewhat in that manner. So Australian dollar against US dollar, interesting. Gold, potential buy limit below. So not a market order, a buy limit below. And then we had another one. Let's see what we have here. I was looking at where's GU? GU. Let's see where GU is right here. Yeah, there we go. Very similar behavior from GU as well here. Very similar behavior. I do believe though that the Australian dollar is by far the most interesting right here. So Australian dollar potential long and potentially gold as well. But again, guys, I truly do not recommend to join, just randomly copy my trade. Unless you're willing to risk it. Just understand that we have no influence over the market here. We can kind of do our best to come to a conclusion. But it's going to be super important for the future, for the whole next month, and everything that's happening currently in regards to the inflation, the potential scenarios, the overall market conditioning. Everything related to that here is super important for us to know. And that's why we follow the CPI here. I'm willing to take a trade, and I'm going to do it after the New York Open. I'm going to place a long for the Australian dollar against the US dollar. Decent stop loss. Okay, decent stop loss here. And I'm going to place a buy limit for gold here. Interesting scenario. When looking at the sentiment as well here, the majority, and this is important to mention, the majority of the EURUSD, that's the biggest by far. The biggest currency in the world, of course, or at least the currency pair in the world. All right, the most volume by far is going into the EURUSD. The majority there is short at this specific moment, and yeah, significantly as well here. GU as well. Australian dollar people are more long, which is kind of interesting, kind of ironic as well. If you look at you know, the correlation between the euro, US dollar, and the Australian dollar against US dollar, very correlated with each other. So that is interesting. Same counts for the New Zealand dollar against US dollar. And gold, people are long on gold as well here. So do take that in consideration here. The majority is long on gold. The question is though, you could be right, but I personally really want to make sure that I place a buy limit at least below. You know, hopefully get wicked into a position here. If everything comes down, it is what it is, and we can always look for a new trade after the new news came out there. I think that's what matters the most. If the news comes, we get stopped out, we can always anticipate upon the news again, and we look for a new opportunity with a little bit more certainty from there, because the news has been done. You know, we can then find new structures, and then we can come back to our normal strategy pretty much to see if that will work here. So absolutely amazing. Who's ready? If you're ready for the CPI, press a 1 in the chat here. I want you guys to win, of course, but make sure that you don't risk your father's portfolio. Please don't do it. This is not the moment to do so. Okay. Don't borrow any money. It's like the Russian roulette. Okay. Just so you guys know. It's gonna be fun though. There we go. Okay. Also, very interesting. The Discord is absolutely exploding. I'm very, very happy about this here. People are still following up with the Limitless 33. You know, writing down their daily goals, eating the right food, reading the book, The Art of War. I love it, my man. I love it. Snowfall, what a legend. Welcome, man. Amazing to see you're doing your work. Skinny D, my man. Dan. Everyone is doing it here, and I'm extremely proud of you guys for sticking up with the challenges. Build everything that you guys are doing here, and get your mind in order. Your mind, your body, get everything right here. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So thank you guys for being here. And we have around an hour left. An hour left for the news, 15 minutes for the news here. I do not expect much to happen for now. Okay, just so you guys know, I do not expect much to happen. Until, of course, the CPI comes out here. So, yeah, who's ready? Stefan says, I'm ready to put my life saving on this trade. I'm risking 0.5%, around $1,000. Yeah, something like that. Absolutely. The best thing that you can do for the CPI is just to look at the previous data, to look at where the liquidity is built up on multiple pairs, to look at the structure, and kind of look at potential, a little bit more fundamentals here to try to potentially see what can happen here. But that's it. That's it. Dollar looks, yeah, dollar is starting to look quite weak right now, though. This is an interesting one. Can the dollar do something like this during the news here? Shoot up, take out the highs, and flip to take out the lows here. Here is 0.5% for a trade. Well, it depends. 0.5%, 1%, 2%. It depends on the trade. Depends on the trade. Nick says, how do you trade? Well, different than what we're going to do today. For sure. Today is a news day, so we have a little bit of a different month here. All right, our target today or this week was, and you guys crushed it. We wanted to go from 33,000 to 34,000. We started at 33,000. We're almost at 34,000. So thank you guys for the love and the support. Let's get these likes up as much as possible before the news here. Let's get as much hype in the chat. Let's get these likes up. And let's see if the trade is worth it. The trade is worth it. It's gonna be an interesting one. So yeah, I'm looking for buy limits around these levels here. Buy limits around these levels, stop loss below. A little bit lower. Like I'm talking like 19, 19.10, 19.5, something like that. Stop loss below. Something like that. Let's wait a little bit here for the exact numbers, the exact entry points, and what we're looking for here. We still have to see where gold is gonna go, if gold is at least if gold's gonna move at least at all during this moment here. If you look on the 1 minute, look at this sell side liquidity getting built up already for gold here. So even if gold will move up or will move up, there's almost such a big chance that gold will come down before that, in my opinion. So therefore, entering a market order on a long, yeah, unless you have a really wide stop loss or unless you do not risk that much whatsoever, I think it's then better just to place a buy limit below and hopefully get tapped into your position. If you then can still get stopped out because it moves down, then it is what it is. Sean says I'm risking everything for a buy. Smart. Nirvana, here's what Bloomberg Economics is expecting. The headline CPI may have risen 0.3% in July, while core CPI may have advanced 0.2%. Yes. Exactly. So they expect inflation to come up a little bit here. And let's see how this will affect the Fed tool here in general here. The fact that they could then potentially go from an 86.5% down to a 50-50 or whatever it's going to be. We have no idea. But for now, at least, there's an 86.5% chance that we're not going to increase these interest rates here. And if you look at where the dollar is at a very important high. And they always manage it to time it perfectly when the CPI comes. It's interesting to me when I see it. Okay, why do I say that? Well, we had this low here, consolidation here, CPI came out, expansion. We had the retracement here, we had the CPI expansion back down. The CPI here, continues to the downside to take out all that buy-side liquidity was built up below. And today's the big day. So yeah, let's see. If you go to the 1 hour though, and we look quickly at the dollar index on capital.com, and we go towards the following right here. We go towards this zone, fix the zone profile, boom. Value area low is rejection point for the dollar right there. That could be a nice momentum here. Let's see how that goes. For gold. Yeah, I want to see gold coming down for sure at the beginning. Absolutely. Australian dollar though. Yeah, that's gonna be just a fun one. Gold might just dip a little bit below the last low, like 1910, and then reverse. I was looking at something like that, yes. So if that's the case, we're looking at a buy order roughly around the 1910, 1909, 1908, something in that manner. And then we see from there. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Expecting the Australian dollar US dollar to go up. Well, maybe. But what we're gonna do, I'm gonna definitely place a market order on the Australian dollar against the US dollar. Long. And I'm gonna place two limits. Sorry, not two limits. One market order for the Australian dollar US dollar. And one limit order, buy limit order for gold. That's my plan. Lorenzo, if it remains in this range of 1921, 1926, I will sell. Okay. Interesting. The votes has been far. 754 votes right now. It's still 60-40. Out of the previous, and I have to be honest here, out of the previous data, the previous polls, 80% of the time, we went the other way. I'm just saying. So, yeah. I'm still going to take a long though. I'm still going to place a long position. Steven says we love to gamble. Sir, dollar yen, sell, close or hold. I'm worried as CPI is coming here. Did you close or what did you do? Did you place a sell or long? Yeah, I personally would love to place a long below the last low. There we go. All right, 61%, 39%. That's the end of the poll here. We had 800 votes. I think that's a nice. That's a nice one. 800 votes. There we go. Let's see if we can get this to 1,000 likes today, guys. Let's get these likes up today. Yeah, we're just gonna place a trade very soon. Let's do it in 10 minutes. 10 minutes left for gold long. And an Australian dollar against US dollar long. Be very careful as well with placing a position here. So if you place a market order and you're going to take a trade, take it at least 15 minutes before the actual news here. Okay, just if you go for a market order, especially understand that the spreads are extremely high around the CPI. If you place a buy limit order, be aware of slippage and your broker. So make sure that this is also sorted. Sometimes you can get wicked in and you're not in a position, or you're stopped out. You never know what's going to happen with your individual broker here. So take these measures if you take a position or take a trade. Very important as well. I will take a buy 5 minutes before the news. If not, I'll place limits because of spread. That's a good point. Very important, man. Great stuff. Thank you. After the news, we will still trade, you know, the volatility also. So it's like we're going to take a trade on during the news. Of course, we're going to take actually 2 trades during the news. But then after the news, stopped out or not, we're going to take a potential new trade based upon the outcome of the news. All right, so even then we can still look you know, and see what we can do from there. All right, based upon the exact outcome of gold, whatever happens, we're going to look and see if we can take another trade based upon the outcome as well, which we usually actually did before. But no, let's have some fun as well here. Are going to look at EU. I have not particularly done that much research right now. EU is still there. Let's see what EU is doing. Let's go back real quick. I think EU is still... Yeah, EU is very, very strong right now at the moment. We saw a nice bounce from this overall range. We came back into this zone. This is probably point of control. What a surprise. Right here, point of control. Range, expansion, pullback, like higher high, higher low. Facing a lot of resistance now though. Facing a lot of resistance right now. Already are at that high right here on lower time frame, starting to look not that nice right now. At this specific moment at least, so. We're topping out and we're coming now into this this high. Australian dollar though is looking super wild, super interesting here. So this is just a trade I'm gonna take already in like 7 minutes from now, and we're gonna probably place the buy limit here for gold as well here. So let's see what happens if it's actually greater than the forecast. Well, if it's better. Yeah, we can go over that real quick here. So, I think we're back. I think we're back here. Yeah, CPI is destroying our stream. We're getting attacked. We're getting attacked. We're getting attacked. Let's see what's happening here. Beautiful. Beautiful. What do you think about the BRICS introduction and the currency backed by gold? Well, it sounds beautiful, it sounds magical, but the reality is that it's much harder than people might think it is. And even then, the dollar is still, you might not believe it, Many individuals still are buying government bonds on a day-to-day basis. Dollar-backed bonds here, just because of the fact that the dollar itself is still the world reserve currency. It's very hard to get off the petrodollar for now. But hey, let's see what happens in the next coming years. By far, more and more countries are joining BRICS on a day-to-day basis. Let's see where it brings us. I'm 50-50 still. It's not going to be easy, that's for sure. And it's not going to go without a fight either. Last time on the CPI, EURUSD and gold went boom to the upside. Last time, we saw gold indeed coming up. Yes, absolutely. 12th of July, we shoot up. Right here. Okay, we had a little glitch here. So if you guys can help us by smashing up that like button here, we will get back into the algorithm. Unfortunately, I still live on an island. I still live in Bali. Yeah. You know the island life. So internet can be better sometimes. All right, open in 3 minutes. 30 minutes for the news. We also have the initial jobless claims. The initial jobless claims also came out, or the expectations to come out higher. Last month, I think it was neutral. All right. Or sorry, last week. All that before it was better than expected here. Even though there were many circumstances or scenarios where they expect it to be higher than before as well. So I do not expect too much from the unemployment claims today. The CPI is what matters the most. Never complain about living in Bali. I live in Switzerland. I mean, hey, Switzerland is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful country. Beautiful mountains. Lorenzo, what are living costs in Bali? Living costs in Bali can be very cheap. If you want to. If you're a trader and you're not a morning person, then Bali is your place to be, because you can trade very late, because the New York Open is at 8 p.m. And that's good for me personally. I like to trade in the evening. Yes, so we have not taken out the previous highs here. I want to have a massive expansion. I want to swipe the highs and flip. That would be the ideal scenario, DK scenario here. But let's see. We're going to take one market order. I'm going to just take one market order around now. So like a couple of minutes left. Market order. And one buy limit order for gold. Lower. And I'm going to place it at around... And I need to zoom out a little bit. Okay, around 1907.4. Something like that here. 19.7. I want to place a buy order, a buy limit order, and I place my stop loss below the lows. Right here. Something like that here. And I want to see one massive wick to the downside, followed by a reversal from there. So something like that. 1907.8. I'm going to place my stop loss below the last lows. A wider stop loss here. Something like that. At around 1894. 1895. If the dollar goes up, Australian dollar drops initially though. No, I think that the Australian dollar will come down potentially as well here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to place one like super risky trade, like super high risk, and then one gold trade, potentially a little bit, you know, medium-sized risk. If we come down, we potentially, you know, hopefully get wicked into our position, or if you dump straight away, it is what it is. We have our limit set here. So yeah, I'm gonna set it right now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And yeah, the dollar, man. Wow, look at the dollar here on the on TVC right now as well. The dollar index itself. Look at what the dollar is doing here, and how the dollar is holding on towards this this trend right now. While we're actually, you know, getting rejected around these particular highs here. It is a very interesting spot at this specific moment where the dollar is at here. So if the dollar comes down, you know, I want to see something like this happening here, and based upon, you know, the Fed meter, where we pretty much check what the probabilities are and all these other things, and the previous data, like we can kind of maybe look for some potential here. But let's see. We're gonna place a trade in literally like what, 3 minutes from now. The 5-minute candle closure. And let's see what the fam is saying here.
I think we're gonna go down though.
Yeah, I agree. I feel the first move will be negative. The initial move will be the inducement to enter more sellers, and then we'll grab their liquidity and push to the upside. Maybe 1933.
No. I mean, like, no. So I mean, it's gonna be inducement to upside, right? It's push, but then it's tanks. It's gonna drop. Because if I'm looking like in a bonds and yields, they like shows me like divergence. I can see a divergence, right? And I can see bullish divergence looking for the XY. So this is what it's gonna be pushing, right? And I have bearish divergence is working on yields. So, and yields is correlated with gold. So if I see bearish divergence in this, it's more likely, as we're saying, so even if you're gonna think about like power of 3, right? So you got your accumulation, you got distribution.
Can be fun. Hello, bro. Love your streams, bro. My live funded account is minus 5% drawdown. Give me some tips, please. Okay, reduce your risk and start building again. Reduce your risk. Be patient. You're not in a rush, and start looking for your A+ setups. And take your time. Don't rush it. Don't feel that you have to make your money back. And you're gonna be fine here. Yes, it's sell according to my analysis. Yes, many mixed targets here. A lot of people think gold's gonna dump. Some people think gold's gonna come down and come up. Some people think gold's gonna come up straight away. We have a couple more minutes left. I would be very surprised to see the dollar not at least coming down and then coming up today. So either coming down and then coming up, or coming up and then coming down. But at least not a direct, just a direct response, and that's it. I do expect some sort of inducement today, some sort of movement, you know, leading people into the wrong direction. And then see from there. Let's see what we have here. Big shout out to the fam in the V3 here. If you guys want to join them, you can join us in the V3 Lounge. Other guys are there doing their analysis as well. Let's see what we have here. Let's place our trade. Alright, risky trade. It would be amazing as well if you guys right now, and this is also another layer, if you guys would right now would post your gold analysis here, your gold setups right here in the gold setups chart or channel. That'll be amazing. So if you're here and you're behind your computer right now, you're watching us, you have the chart in front of you, make a screenshot of your gold chart, post it in the gold setups, and let us go over a couple of them as well here. That'll be amazing. All right, we're gonna risk 750 on this one. Thank you very much. $750 on this one. And then gold. Let's go to gold here. Yeah, okay, we had our different charts here. Let's see where we at. 700 and 1907. All right, we entered our Australian dollar US dollar trade. We'll get back to it in a second here. Let me quickly go to Owanda, back to Owanda here to check what we had. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There we go. Previous low, important level. There we go. Do not try this at home. Unless you are a semi-professional. Okay. This is just for entertainment purposes. This is not our beautiful spreadsheet and everything that we do around here. And if we go in the other direction, we're going to still trade and look for an anticipation. So, potentially a lot of trades today. Buy stop or buy stop limit. I have a buy limit personally, but yeah, I'm not here to recommend you anything, to be honest here today. But I'm here. We're in already. We're in a trade already. I'm gonna show you in a second. There we go. Okay, our first trade is Australian dollar against US dollar long. All right, and our second trade right now is going to be placed. Our limit order is going to be placed right here, which is at 1907. Right here, and we're going to risk another 750 bucks on this one. Not 750%. 750 bucks. 1 second here, let's see. There we go. Okay. Wait, let me see if this is correct. I don't think so. Give me 1 second. Stop loss. 1889.55. Okay, yes, all good, all good, all good. Okay. Okay. Okay, limits are placed. One market order for Australian dollar against US dollar. And then one limit order for gold. I wish we could... I think we can split screen it. I think we can just split screen it right here. Let's just do that. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Let's see if we can get the Australian dollar against US dollar here. There we go. That's easy. We just split screen it right here. We have our limit order set, so we know exactly what's happening. And then we have, of course, our gold chart here. So, yeah, that's it. That's what we're going to do today. $1,500. Whatever, whatever happens, happens here. But hey, in the end.
You don't know me, son!
15 minutes left. 15 minutes left here. Keep a close eye on the dollar as well here. It's super interesting. See what the dollar is going to do. How the dollar is going to react here. We have everything set. What I personally think could happen is that we shoot up and come down. Or that we come down and then we shoot up. I'm leaning more towards this side for now. But we're not here to predict. So we're just here to trade, to have some fun with you guys here. Let's smash that like button up. We're at 535 likes. Let's get it at 600 before the CPI. We have 15 minutes left. Should be an easy job. And we're going to do another giveaway today as well. Let's do a giveaway today because it's a... we had a successful week. We had a successful stream. Whole week. Yesterday, beautiful trade. Everything is just going fantastic. 34,000. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Discord blowing up. You guys are crushing it also on a day-to-day basis here, working very hard on yourself, taking your health more serious. All of it. I couldn't be more fulfilled as a human being at this particular moment. So it's amazing, and for that particular reason, I'm ready to gamble a little bit. Okay. If we lose, then you have a very important lesson. And your lesson will then be, you cannot predict the market. You can almost not predict the news. Anything can happen. So just don't trade it if you're not willing to take the risk at all. Just don't trade it. If you're following our playbook, you know the trades that we take on a day-to-day basis here and so on and so on. It's all good. Completely different story. 15 minutes left though. Buy limit for gold is at 1907. Alright. Remember, if anyone follows these trades, take responsibility for whatever decision you make. I agree. I agree. Didn't you do like 3k yesterday on the dollar yen? No, like $700. $700. The dollar yen. No. Lorenzo, what platform do you trade on? I use MetaTrader. I'm gonna use... I'm testing out some new brokers as well. And we have found a nice broker that I like personally. So I'm gonna start trading on MetaTrader a little bit more often again on stream as well. For now, we're still on TradingView. Lorenzo, are you crazy today? Yes. Yes, do not follow me. Please. At least not during CPI. Lorenzo Corrado from the spreader. Dollar yen was short. Amen that. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. That's the case. Perfect. Very sharp. Much love, my man. Amazing. Alright, let's see what the fam is thinking right now. We're waiting.
$15.
Okay, fam.
Yeah,
good luck today. Hope you guys are have everything under control. Gigi, are you gonna trade the news?
I'm thinking.
That's it. That's it. All right. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
I had to.
Friendo, you have any trades open?
We've been in buys since London.
Oh, you've been in buys. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
We're gonna hold it.
Let's hold it.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see.
Beautiful. 1,400 guys in the watching right now, guys. You know it's the CPI.
And we still have like what, 15 minutes? Oh, why I have feeling big numbers coming.
In the end, we're risking around, and this is important to mention here, we're risking around 1%. So it seems like a lot, but we're risking $750 on one trade. So on 2 trades around $1,500. And that's it. Holy shit, what's going on here? What is going on here?
Bruh.
What? No, it's $717. No, it's okay. It's good. This doesn't make any sense though. $770 now. No. It's okay. Wait. Let me confirm this real quick. This is a little bit more important here. This is very strange. 1 second. Imagine that. Imagine losing your whole account here. There's no way that can happen. No, 0.5. Yeah, let's do it like a little bit more. There we go. 0.5. 0.5%. Okay, all good. All good. You guys saved my life. Thank you very much. We said this. Wow. Okay. I have no idea what happened here. There was some sort of glitch. It's all good though. It's fixed. There we go. All good. There was a 14 lots trade during the CPI on a $166,000 account. That means that if I would be stopped out, I will probably lose around 50 grand. Something like that. Go big or go home. Yeah. All right. So it's all good though. We risk around like 1% in total on 2 trades, spread over 2 trades here. Nothing too crazy, but we have a buy limit for gold and we have a market for Australian dollar against US dollar. We can get stopped out instantly in no time. We can get into a massive position in no time. We have literally no idea. Love it. Yeah, so we're set up a giveaway as well after the news. So after the CPI, we're gonna do a little giveaway here. Just because you guys are here, it's a CPI day. We have a news day, a news event here. What should we give away today? Let's give away a package today. Something very serious. Let's see what we have here. Like a, we could do like a 25k package today. All right. Let's do this after the news. $25k funded next package after the news here. So let's make that happen, and then we have hopefully another trade coming, but let's see how that goes. Giveaway funded account. I'm risking it on the CPI, so that will do it for me. Amazing. Let's go. Seven minutes. 7 more minutes, guys. Let's see what the guys are doing here. Let's see what the guys are doing here.
It's going down.
Who's going down?
It's going down.
Think it's going down. Hope everyone's ready.
Profits! Profits!
By the fucking profits! Who's going down? By the fucking profits!
Profits! Giggity gaggity goo.
Giggity gaggity what?
Giggity gaggity goo. Welcome back, Lorenzo.
Oh, yeah.
Show your order. Orders is here. We are already in a long for Australian dollar against US dollar. We have a buy limit set for gold. Don't trust the news. $25k, I wish you could win that. Yes, we're gonna do a 25k count here after the CPI. Let's do it. We'll fix it later. No time limit. Okay. We don't like time limits here on this stream. We don't work with time limits at all. All right. No time limit and a 1 or 2 step. That's up to you. You can decide. Just go to the rules. Links in description. They have a 30% off right now. We're gonna go over it a bit later, but 5 more minutes left.
Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
Let's go. Imagine if you just instantly get stopped out in a matter of like seconds here. Instantly stopped out. 1, 2, boom. Happened before. It's a sell for gold. Okay, let's see. It could be. It could be. We're not here to predict. We have a whole daily trend here that we're already looking at, that we're breaking. Very interesting. The CPI of July came up. CPI of June came down. CPI of May came up. Overall, the news of all these particular... or came down, sorry. Overall, the news where we talked about specifically inflation. The inflation has been coming down for a couple months in a row here now. they do expect a turnaround. They do expect a potential turnaround here. Inflation coming out higher than expected here. Let's see how this is going to affect the Fed Watch 2. The probability that we're going to see new interest rate hike at the 20th of September. Let's see. Australian dollar, the US dollar looks ready to wreck us already. Jason says, just opened a beer. Nervous. Yes, I'm gonna get a drink right now as well. We had 800 votes. 60% of you guys said up, gold up. 40% of you guys said gold down. Gonna be interesting. We're back soon. What are you saying? Gold going up or down? You cannot predict the outcome of the CPI here. Everyone will say, I'm 100% certain that this is going to happen. There is no idea. And I just proved to you why that was here. If you go to the dollar, every single time we had the same news coming out, yet every single time we had something else happening here. We came up, we came down, and up, and we came down. Here we came down, then up. Here we came up, then down. And here we came down. Every single month we had the same exact outcome. Inflation being lower than expected. Yet the outcome of the charts are completely different. So we are here to have some fun. That's it. We have some fun. However, the moment the CPI comes out and it shows us new structure, that's the moment when we can really start looking at the market. We can really start to go back to our old strategy, our regular strategy, and from there on, making sure that we really look for the right setups and everything in that matter here. So let's see what happens after that. Okay, I hope you guys are ready. Last minute. A big shout out to smash that like button up. Just before the CPI here, we have 1,700 people watching. We have 660 likes here. 1 minute left. Let's show some love. We're gonna be here for you guys. Wrecked or not. Good luck, guys. Be careful, don't try this at home. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay, Australian dollar shooting up. Australian dollar shooting up. Gold shooting up. Australian dollar coming up here. Okay, gold. What is gold doing here? Dollar coming down. Dollar dropping. Gold shooting up. Not reaching our target here. Gold did not mitigate our buy limit here. Okay, and that's the reason we're going to close our buy limit order for gold. Done. Doesn't make sense. We want it to come down then up. So buy limit of gold is closed here. Australian dollar stop loss on break even. Stop loss on break even for the Australian dollar. Shooting up for the Australian dollar right now at the moment. Gold is still coming up here. Okay. Shooting up at one go. Nothing's happening currently. Australian dollar right now. Looking juicy. Looking juicy. Look at that breakout here. Look at that breakout for the Australian dollar against the US dollar here. It was setting up too perfect. Too perfect. Gold coming up. Unfortunately, we didn't enter a market order. We were entering a buy limit order. We want to swipe the liquidity here. So we wanted to come down and then shoot up here. Anything can happen though. Anything can happen though. Reach or manage your risk accordingly. Dollar is coming down beautifully. Look at that breakdown here. Australian dollar continuing its journey. Stop loss on break even here. Okay, anything can happen here right now. I think this is a major pump into the upside. One trade played out. That's it. That's what we would like to see here. Entry right on the spot here. Right on the spot here. I'm gonna... let's see what's happening. Let's see what the dollar is doing real quick. No, I leave it open. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever. Whatever happens, happens. This is for fun here. Gold came up. Pretty expensive. Pretty reasonable, but not too much. Nothing spectacular here. Nothing spectacular so far here for gold. At this specific moment here. Australian dollar against US dollar, yes, gave us some vibes here. Let's take it back. Let's get gold back here. There we go. Gold is right there. We went up, guys. We went up. Let's see what the fam is doing. Okay, guys. What's the damage?
Damage.
Yes.
Good damage right now at the moment.
Yeah? What happened?
Yeah, good damage at the moment. Yeah, I had a small buy on euro and sold it almost at the top, and then I tried to catch the top on S&P.
Yeah.
And I caught the top on the S&P.
Okay.
So I'm doing all right.
All right, perfect.
Big stop loss though.
Gold
so
up.
we're living life.
Gold up, dollar down. Conclusion here. Interesting. Okay, we're going to do our giveaway shortly here. Let's wait a little bit longer. Let's sit it out a little bit. Of course, you want to see how it goes. $25,000 package here for the fam. Just for you guys. Yeah, let's do it. Let's buy one. And let's give it to one of the lucky viewers here on the CPI today. You guys came at 7 a.m. sharp EST. I love it. Thank you for the commitment as well. And of course, if you want to join our beautiful, beautiful community, then you know where to find us. All right? The guys are crushing it. Working on a lot of other things as well here. It's absolutely incredible. Coming down a little bit, pushing down a little bit here. We're still in our position. Yeah, didn't want to close it. This is not really, this is just for fun. Gold, pushing down now. Dollar, getting bought up. All right, we closed. 5-minute candle closure. There we go, coming down again. Okay, what is the damage, guys? What is the damage? Positive, negative, what happened here? Hope you guys at least, yeah, had some good profits today, or at least, you know, took the right side of the angle here. You never, it's really hard to find out, really hard to predict the market, to be honest here. We're just trying to do our best. That's it. We're trying to do our best. Look at where the liquidity is built up here. Australian dollar was a good example of, you see that it was preparing for a more potential breakout scenario here. And that's just the way it is here. So we had that breakout right now. Is it going to be strong enough? We don't know. We don't know. I expected a little bit more of a stronger push today. A little bit more of a stronger push than we at least saw right now. Let's give it a couple more minutes. Overall, no loss today. All right, no loss today. No loss, no loss. So that's good. No loss on the CPI. Not getting wrecked. We risked 1,500 bucks. We were good. We were good. We were on the right side here. So that's good. Giveaway, please. 25k 2-step. We can do a 2-step or 1-step, whatever you want here in the chat. For everyone who is new, welcome to the streams. We're streaming here every Monday to Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 a.m. sharp. EST, we're here. Doing our gold analysis, doing our dollar analysis. We use the dollar as a foundation. From there, we build on towards gold. From there, we build on towards other potential pairs and things that we're looking at to trade here. So, if you come here on a day-to-day basis, we can make some money together. We can learn together. We can improve as a community and build something absolutely fantastic here. So, yeah, let's do our giveaway like... let's do it after the 50-minute closure. Let's do it. Gold pushing. Gold pushing here. Australian dollar pushing up here. I want to see a little bit more stronger reaction overall. Okay, let's see what the guys did. Let's see what the guys did here in the chat. Bazinga, profit $150. Joseph made some money here. Peter says, Lorenzo, what a call on the Australian dollar against the US dollar. Amazing. Unfortunately, we're coming back down a little bit, but yeah, I could have taken my profits here. What else do we have? There we go. Just watched. I'm up 7.11% on my 200k challenge. Amazing. What are you drinking? I'm drinking a tea. Okay. Hey, how much risk per trade do you take? What's your average return per month? I'm trying to reach around 10% per month. I think that's a realistic target. Profit $2,540. Amazing. That's just got it. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful here. Yeah, let's wait for the 50-minute close. Let's do our giveaway. Yeah, there is a big chance we will break even on this trade, to be honest. There's a big chance we'll break even on this trade. But, yeah, could have taken profits. But, yeah, just wanted to let it run and see where it takes us today. So, hope you guys learned something today. Well, it's not really something interesting, but in regards to the CPI, how it works, why it is so important, what the reasons is, how this affects the Fed Watch tool, and so on and so on. All things that you can take in consideration for next time when the CPI comes in September. The initial jobless claims came out higher than expected though. So that's an interesting one. We haven't seen this one in a while. That it means that more people are currently unemployed. People that are able to work. Okay, people in the labor force are now unemployed. That's higher than before. We haven't seen this in a while. So that's interesting. That's not good for the dollar at all. That's not good for the dollar at all. So yeah, let's see what's happening. Two steps, ridiculous guys. Get funded in one phase or fill. Yeah, I think personally the one step is perfectly fine. Why is that? Well, you have a maximum daily loss of 3% and a maximum overall 6%, but it's balance based. So if you just simply build up your account, you can risk eventually more. Okay, your daily loss of 3% is in my opinion more than enough. But if you want to go to the safe route, you want to do the two-step evaluation and the 5 or 10%, then you can do it. Funded Next right now has a 30% off on challenges of 6K, 15K, and 25K. Great way to try it out. They're on new servers, low slippage, and no time limit. So links in the description or in the chat. But we're gonna give away an account right now. So let's do it. Regardless, you need to have an account if you win, because I cannot give you an account. I need to transfer you, or I need to pay for you when you're doing that. So it's a little bit of a process, but that's how we can give away the account here. So let's do it in 5 minutes. We broke even. We went out on our trade. No, it's all good. It's for us the moment here to start looking for new setups after. Hope you guys made some money, and at least we were on the right side here. We predicted it the right way. A little bit luck. Okay. A little bit lucky today. But let's do it. What we can do here, in regards to the giveaway. There we go. Users. The keyword is limitless CPI. Limitless CPI. Okay. Yeah. Spam limitless CPI once. Only once. That's the only thing you should do. If you do it more, it will be you will be removed from the list. So you only have to say it once. Limitless CPI. You come into the system and we give away a 25k account later. In a couple minutes from now. Alright, dollars. Interesting swipe still. Let's see how serious this is and if there's enough volume still. Interesting if you could come up right now. And gold would flip from here. Let's see what's happening here. So we came up, we came down, we came up, we came down. We're back at where we were. So we're back at yeah, we're back where we left before. So do take that in consideration. We're back at where we started. And let's see how it goes with the giveaway here. 238. Right. Let's do it. Let's do it, fam. Oh, what happened to my camera?
Yes. What's poppin'?
What's happening? What's happening?
What's happening? How are you doing, brother? You doing good?
Doing good. Yes, sir.
I love it. Give me what?
I want to get you in the chat here. Let me add you in real quick.
Amazing. Let me see.
There you go. No, it's not one. There we go.
All right. What's up? What's happening?
Okay.
What's happening?
At least we were on the right side here today. So
yeah, 100%.
For the people that followed us, I'm happy. All right, that's good. Nobody got wrecked, at least. We highly recommend to not follow our trades during the CPI here, but people do it anyways. You know how it goes. But
100%.
We were on the right side today, so that's okay. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna do a little giveaway right now, and we have everyone in here. So let's roll it. Let's roll the dice. Let's give away a 25k account here to a lucky viewer. Again, thank you for coming. We do live streams on a day-to-day basis here from Monday to Thursdays, 4 days a week, 7 a.m. EST, gold analysis, dollar analysis, and 1 or 2 Forex pairs max to look at. And we execute trades here on a day-to-day basis. So if you like what we do and you want to join our fast-growing community here, then I highly recommend you to be part of our journey in the Limitless Trading Academy, where we help you to become hopefully a profitable trader, but most importantly to work on multiple facets in your life. Trading can be very lonely, we know how it is, so it's much better to analyze together. With that said, let's get the drums.
Let's get it.
NQ Tiba, my man, welcome. I think you're new here. Welcome to the stream. Let me know if you're here, if you're listening. If so, place a message right there, so we see your message popping up here right now. And if not, then we have to do it again here. So that's the scenario. Let's give it 1 minute. There we go. Amazing, brother. Send us a message. We're gonna get it sorted. You get a $25,000 funded next account. We do giveaways on a day-to-day basis. So next time, another chance, new giveaway, new chance for you guys. Overall, congratulations, man. Open a customer support ticket. I got your account now. I got your channel name. I see it. So all good. Send me a message in the customer support ticket. Join our Discord. Open a customer support ticket tool, and we'll give you your account, brother. Absolutely amazing. Okay, back to work. Back to work. So far, we're waiting for, the volume. Is there still enough volume right now? That's the question here. Australian dollar is still holding above exactly where we entered, practically. So that's that. Yeah, so we had a breakout. We're kind of pushing down now. We're waiting for at least that hourly candle to close. I think that's what we're looking for in general. That hourly candle to close here right now. You see on the 1 hour chart that the gold came towards this area of supply. We got rejected from this exact zone. We have around 12 minutes left for a closure. If we somehow flip now, and the dollar continues up, and we close this candle, and we continue up here, then we might be indeed looking for a turnaround in this scenario here. And this is just then purely based on a technical side here. Coming back to our regular strategies, where we just look for gold coming down and flipping if there is enough volume here. So a level to look at is of course the low here at 1921. That's definitely a low to take in consideration. Why? That's the low that created the high, and we have still a bunch of sell side liquidity below it as well. So if you have gold doing that on the 5 minute here, and you have the dollar on the 5 minute creating a higher high and a higher low and a newer higher high. So let's say we break this level, the 102.283, then we have a potential short for gold here. A potential short entry for gold. Targeting, of course, the lows. All that sell side liquidity is built up below here and coming down further. Something in that manner. The volume is going to determine everything, though. We are going to find out. The CPI came out lower than expected, yet still 0.2% higher, the 20 base points higher than the previous data. So is that a good or bad thing? In my opinion, it's not a good thing, but it's leaning more towards the neutral side as well. It's not a crazy number here, especially not because the core CPI came out at 0.2%, exactly like expected. So not too crazy. And you can see it in the chart already here. So let's see what happens if we break the lows and the dollar break the highs. And if that is enough confirmation for us to look for a flip, or if we decide to pump up and the volume is still there, yeah, then we really have to go a little bit to the higher time frame, and we have to start looking above the 1930. If there's enough volume. Why? Because the lows here are just too strong. The confluence around that level are just too strong. We need to break above it. So either above 1930 or below 1921 is something I would look at here if the dollar aligns.
I 100% agree. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah, well, that trade was interesting. There we go. We also have our new Limitless 33. And this is amazing. This is something that I really love and care about in the V3 members chat. To get you ready, to get you sorted here. There's our man Gavin Dentis right there. Love it. That looks amazing. 33 days, setting your goals, eating a healthy diet, making sure that you're reading, that you're learning, that you're also going, look at the chart, you do your daily analysis here, you create a new rhythm for yourself. 1,400 people watching, new record. Yes, I think that the 1,700 members like we had now, 1,700 is a record, yes. That's kind of crazy. 825 likes. Thank you guys so much, fam. Hope you guys have some fun here during the CPI right now. I did expect it a little bit of a more aggressive move. But we're back at where we were. But yeah, initial move was okay. Was nice, but we did expect a little bit more of a power move. Dollar coming down, gold above here. Well, if you break up, then yeah, we have to wait until we break this high. That's the high that put in the last low. So that's the high that we need to wait for. And keep in mind, we still have the New York Stock Exchange opening in around 30 minutes from now. A little bit more than 30 minutes. So we're still potentially going to see some more volume coming in now. The New York Stock Exchange will open and they will react based upon the news, of course. Okay, please tell me about your Limitless V3 membership program. Yeah, so we have trading setup. We have our daily buys channel where we have the best possible setups for the community. We have right now also setups that I share, signals that I share related to the indicator, right? The fixed volume profile. This one. I'm gonna keep you guys updated and post a ton of setups on a regular basis in there. We have the trading pit where we live stream 3 days a week privately. Where we crush it in there. We have 3 courses in there, all connected to each other. The prop firm series, the SMC video series, and 40 recorded events. And yeah, you can get access for now, limited time. We have only a lifetime access, one-time payment of $97. If you want to stay longer, we are thinking about integrating some sort of subscription model to it later. But if you're in, you're in. So you know where to find it. Get tweet your access in and click on the link. If you want to join the 1,000 plus members that are already in right now.
Golden thoughts become golden things. Yeah, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing good. I'm doing good.
What have you seen now? Any other pairs that you look at, Thomas, as well? So we have the dollar
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now I'm actually looking on the 1 hour for the dollar to see what happens in the closure in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
If they manage to actually close still bullish, that would be really interesting if that happens. But besides that, I'm just waiting. I see we took out 2 equal lows on the 1 hour.
Yeah.
We tapped into the last bearish candle before the up move. We still have buy side liquidity resting above, so who knows? Maybe they want to switch it to a bullish candle. If that happens, I see a lot of potential for a short on EU. To actually short it down to take out all the trend line liquidity that's being built on the 1 hour to the downside on EU.
Yeah.
Besides that, the S&P it went both sides, so that's now no longer for me an interested point.
The S&P 500,
so I really want to see.
Let's see
doing both sides on the 1 hour.
Yeah, okay, we did. We practically did the same thing. We came up, we came down, liquidated both sides, and that's it. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So that no longer an interest point for me, but I'm looking for the pairs that actually have some liquidity left. And then looking for EU, looking at what dollar is going to do. If they manage to flip it bullish, then, we know where they're going. Otherwise, we still have some liquidity to the downside as well. So we can actually continue the trend down lower. So let's see. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So for now, we just have to objectively look here. We saw a bounce from this particular area zone. We tapped into that zone here on the lower time frame. This is like a 50-minute zone for gold. We faced also a daily support here on the higher time frame. So if you go to gold on the higher time frame, we had this whole range as well. We broke down yesterday. We're now facing the resistance of that trend line as well here on the daily. And that's right here. So you can see it already. That resistance is right there right now. At the moment we came up here. I wanted to take a long. We had a buy limit set. We didn't get triggered because we came up straight away. But in this case, now we came up first and we're now seeing kind of a rejection here. Yeah, we have to see how we close this hourly candle. This hourly candle is important. It's in 5 minutes and we really need to see how that goes. We have to look at the dollar as well. The dollar index will help us determine what gold is going to do. But therefore, we wait for this closure as well right now. See where that takes us in 1 hour. But it seems that we're still not looking relatively strong here. So we shoot up, we got bought up. But who knows? We have 5 more minutes left. We might see more volume coming in. And the New York Stock Exchange, when the volume kicks in from there, this is where we're going to potentially see our next trade coming up. If we see a trade for today again, after the CPI. So that's going to be the dollar. And then the New York Stock Exchange opening here, the volume will kick in, and then we will find out if gold is ready to rock and roll still. Or if you have to look at, for example, you know, the US 30 or GJ, anything in that manner. The hype around the CPI is absolutely nuts, bro. It's something else.
It's crazy, isn't it?
The FOMC is one thing, but the CPI is always an event itself. The NFP and the CPI are always interesting. What's the entry point? We're still waiting for the dollar to close in 1 hour, and for gold as well. If I would be interested in buys for gold, I really want to see it coming up higher than 1931. 1930, 1931. Anything above it is interesting for me to look for longs. But for now, it seems that we're kind of somewhat in the middle. So we need more volume to help us pick a new direction. Is it possible to get the spreadsheet you have? Yes, the spreadsheet you can find in the description. So take your spreadsheet here, no problem. I keep it as simple as possible. For me, that works. I don't like to overcomplicate things too much. It works the best for me. I know exactly how many wins, how many losses, how much money I made. My entry exit, what kind of breakout it was, what time frame it was. Pretty straightforward. Easy to find my trades back. Lorenzo, if I may ask, what's the logic behind buying high and selling low? It's the logic is because that's a great question. Buying high and selling low. It's all about perspective. So what is high and what is low? That's the first thing you should ask yourself. If you break this high, is that then too high? Or maybe not. If you look here at the overall structure of the market and see where you're at. So maybe that's not high at all. If you buy above here. If you buy here, is that high? Yes. Now then we're leading more into, you know, premium territory. Then it gets a little bit more tricky. But besides that, it's all about the structure, right? The break of structure, the closure, the volume, and the correlation. The correlation is determined based upon the confirmation that we need. So if the dollar gives us that confirmation and gold breaks it high and closes above, we have a trade. And we can look for continuation. So it's all about perspective in regards to buying high and selling low. And it can work very well if you apply the right metrics here. If you want this spreadsheet, the only thing that you need to do is you go to File in the top left corner and you click on Make a Copy right here. Yeah, let's see what Bitcoin did as well. I quickly want to look at Bitcoin just because of the fact that nothing has been happening here. And the CPI came out and nothing happened. Nothing happened for now. Okay, so far we closed below. So we closed below that overall zone. Dollar not looking particularly strong right now. At the same time, gold is trying to hang in here as well. For now, I think we really want to see a break above this high. So we're gonna highlight this right now, waiting for break above. There we go. It's the definition of risk and purpose subjective. Well, the definition of risk is definitely subjective because it totally depends on your account, on your overall account size, on the amount of money you have. Like you can you know, be a millionaire and you have a $10,000 account and you risk that all in one trade. Is that then high or low risk? Right? So risk in by itself is subjective. Why do you like Forex over crypto? I like crypto as well. I'm a big fan of crypto as well. And I see a lot of potential in crypto. A lot of potential. That's why we have our private group. Okay, I'm personally leaning during the New York Stock Exchange Open more towards the upside for gold. Still. The dollar closed an hourly candle below. It's not looking particularly strong to me here. I still believe that there is some potential that we could push down further. We had an hourly closure below. So let's see how this goes. But if that's the case and dollar continues pushes down, then we could see a potential breakout for gold here. And that would make sense if I look here at potentially the overall, you know, liquidity has been building up right now. The only thing that we need to see is we need to break above the high that put in the low. And this is the high that put in, of course, this low. So we need to see that breaking. If you turn around, you know, then we need to start breaking below the current levels. But then the dollar, in my opinion, needs to really close above here. Australian dollar, US dollar, same thing. We spiked up, nothing happened after that. GJ is still looking decent. Almost taking out the previous highs. So after that has been taken out, we're going to see if we can flip for GJ. So after GJ took out these highs, or let's imagine that GJ breaks these highs right here. If you could see some sort of turnaround after that. So after the highs are taken out, if you could start flipping, breaking structurally downside internally, and potentially look for shorts from there. GT Water says, hey, I'm back from travels, got a profit, new scalp of the CPI. I shorted Australian dollar against US dollar when it hit stop hunt top. Looks like a choppy trading post news. We'll see what moves. My man Justin is back. Great to have you here, brother. Much love to you, man. Always enjoy
Welcome back.
having you here, Ryan. Great to see you again. You've been crushing it. You came at the right moment. Says, guys, please press the like button. It's a small thing to do for all this knowledge. I appreciate that. Thank you. Dan says, I'm out of here. Be lucky, guys. Obrigado. Pelos si tempo, Lorenzo. Thank you, my man. If gold breaks above, it will be long position or short. Now I'm potentially looking for longs for the continuation to the upside if gold breaks above that level. So gold above, dollar below, and looking for the continuation to the upside if that's the case here. We could see it happening here. We could see a higher high getting taken out. Definitely. We have this whole range right here. It's kind of holding us up right now. And yeah, definitely. If you could break that high and close above it, we not only just break that high, but also we come back into that daily trend here. I expected a little bit more of a pump. What about you? In general, a bigger reaction.
Yeah. So it was a move, but I expected a little bit more indeed. But it could indicate that they're not ready yet. They wanna like deal more before they're gonna do that massive pump on a upcoming news event. We also have next week. We also have 2 news events.
Yeah.
So that could also be the indication towards that.
What do we have next week?
Next week, let me check on the euro. Oh, next week we have PMI or the PPPI and the consumer sentiment of the euro. Actually,
Okay,
on the
consumer
euro, it's
confidence?
alone on the euro.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So on the DXY, we don't have any news as far as I can see. Let me check.
Okay. Keep in mind, it's still summer. It's still summer. It's August. Right? So we could have taken that in consideration here. But yeah, regardless. Every CPI right now, we're going to take a trade. Regardless of the outcome. We have to entertain the audience a little bit more, I felt, sometimes. So, but now we're back on track. Now we're back to our regime. Okay. Our schedule. Our strategy. Things that we do on a regular basis. So, yeah, simply now waiting for gold to break high, close above it. And the dollar need to show us a negative or bearish bias for us to take a long for gold. And to look potentially for continuation here. Which indicator is this? I think you're talking about the fixed range line profile. We have an indicator here. Watch this video. It's practically the only indicator you need, in my opinion. If you're trading here. Gold buy or sell? Well, we have to see. Because right now the dollar is closing, is coming up. Waiting for the closure. If gold comes down, we have to break. We have to break some serious levels for continuation to the downside. So this is exactly where we bounce from. And that's the 1914. So let's see. Mate, you haven't replied me. Discord, my username, Abi Yadav. Okay, I think I have around, 100, 150 messages in my inbox. So I need to see what is it a private message? Is Australian dollar still active? No. Yeah, this is just the moment in between now. So you have the news. It came out around 45 minutes ago, roughly 40 minutes ago. That's done. We had the hourly closure. We have a little bit more information now. What we need now is the volume coming back into the market. The only thing the only catalyst that can bring us that volume is the New York Stock Exchange open. All right, this will be done in around 20 minutes. And from there, we know if we find our new trade for today based upon the volume. Because how is the stock market gonna react to this news? So we might see still some volatility here. Golden Thoughts become Golden Thing says, hold the vision, bro, and believe. Yes, who truly believes here that he or she can become a profitable trader?
100%.
What truly believes? Let me know in the chat here. Because it starts with belief. That's the thing. It starts with believing yourself. It starts with that mindset change. Where you're like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is who I'm gonna become. I choose this path. this is who I am for now. All right? Kind of create your identity, your new identity. This is what I am. I'm Lorenzo. I'm a trader. Of course, I'm much more than a trader. Okay? I'm a father. I'm this and that. No, I'm a trader. This is what I'm gonna do. Fully committed. This is my lifestyle now. That's where it starts. Benzema says me. Sucker says me. Johnny. Gigi. Sheep my neck. Crypto noob. Vicky. Skinny, this is definitely can be profitable trader. Just about not giving up. That's it. Absolutely. Is that commitment in your mind from like, okay, this is who I am now. This is my new identity now. And it does magic. Because you start thinking, you start becoming interested. Everything that you touch can eventually turn in gold. Literally. That's a good one, actually. Should remember that one. But you guys can all do it. It requires a lot of commitment, a lot of structure, a lot of patience, and an overall understanding of a lot of variables. And these variables are gonna come over time. You start connecting the dots more and more and more. See yourself like an empty whiteboard, and you write something down. And at some point your whiteboard is full. And you start connecting all the dots here. You have all these posters, all these things on that. It's like crime scene investigation where they connect all the dots here. That's what you're doing now. And that takes time. That just takes time. Nothing comes overnight. Success doesn't come overnight. And if success comes overnight, then it's probably because that person has been working for years and years and years in a row before that to achieve that overnight success. So don't get fooled by YouTube, these social media influencers, you name it. It's a process. It takes time. And the longer you're in the game, the more you start connecting the dots here. What really helped me was a community. And even you guys, I learned so much from you guys. Believe it or not. Lorenzo, bro, please guide me. How can I complete my funding challenge? How's it going so far? Brown says, Lorenzo, okay, please explain the fixed range farm profile. I've been using it on backtest in New York Open and it has been consistent. I just don't know how to use it and create a proper analysis. Okay, so what you're looking for, if you go to the hourly, okay, let's go to the Australian dollar, US dollar. Let's just take this as an example. What I want you to do is to highlight all the swing points. So this is a swing point. Right here. That's a swing point. Right? That's a swing low. This is a swing point right there. This is a swing point right there. And you start going back a little bit. If you're backtesting, this is perfect. Swing point right there. Okay? And then you have highlighted these ranges. And you go to the lower time frame or whatever you want to do. Right here. And you start building it. And you keep them writing them down. You start putting them there. And what do you have at some point? You have more data. So then you can use the fixed farm profile from left to right. And you put your things there. Okay? Then you look at the market structure. Like, are we creating higher highs or higher lows? Oh, we're creating higher highs, higher lows. Okay. Higher high. Looking for higher low scenario. And you start filling up these ranges with the information. You start looking for potential trends here. And to see if these levels are interesting. If you can see a reaction from one of these levels. If you see a reaction from one of these levels, you can anticipate on the reaction. So you don't have to trade from the point of control. But the moment you react from it, you can start looking for a potential long or short entry. Hope you have seen the video as well. The 35-minute video. I have 2 videos about it on my channel, an old video as well. So you might can come back to that older video, but I'm gonna start posting more content based upon the fixtures or profile because I believe in it. And I see that it works. Yes, man, I sent you a private message on Discord. Name Abi Yadav. Okay. Can you do a video on candlestick formations? We have 2 videos about candlestick confirmations. But I can start talking a little bit about more. But the course that we have created also in the V3s talks a lot about candle structures and everything that you need to know. We had a full video. I think, Thomas, you created one. You had a live video about candlestick formations and stuff.
Yeah, I had one video, one masterclass about order blocks, because a lot of people, they know order blocks and they trade order blocks, but they don't trade the right ones, and that's why they can't be successful sometimes. And we're working on that to help them out in the V3. So we're doing a session every Monday, specifically lean to smart money and to being more successful with daily biases and everything included. So yeah, we're working on that heavily every week.
Love it, fam. Lorenzo, bro, please guide me. How can I complete my funding challenge? I gained 3% target and now back again to starting equity. Reset your mind. Start over again. If you have no time limit, perfect. You can do whatever you want. If there is no time limit here, you can take your time. Take it easy. It's hard to, feel that you made profit and you're back again at square one. But that's the game. That's the game. Keep doing your, be consistent. If you have your strategy, you have your risk management, you have your rule set. The only thing that you have to focus on is not your account size, is your spreadsheet and the trades that you take. Your account size is irrelevant until you're done. That's how you should see it. Just look at every individual trade and fill up your sheet, and that's what matters the most here. Okay, please have a look at the US30. Yes, let's do it. Let's see how the volume is here. We have 10 more minutes for the news for the New York Stock Exchange to open up, so it's actually a good moment to look at it. Let's clean it up here. So lower low, higher low. We're right in the middle of something. We really need to see a breakout here. On the daily, it's not looking that strong though. So this is where the flip comes into play. So if you want to look for a flip, the flip will be at 35,178. A flip can lead into continuation. So we still have that gap below. I would love to see this gap getting filled eventually. So this is really something that I'm looking forward to. But for now, lower low, higher high, lower high, higher low, lower high. Like we're compressing. So we need to really wait for this range to break out. And to give us a little bit more information. This is not enough for us to look for, in my opinion, any setups right here. If you look at the VIX came up. Let's shoot it down again. Volatility is decreasing here. Reaching our new zone almost right here. So if you see a reaction from the zone and we come up and we bounce, US30 will come down. If the US30 comes down, then yeah, let's see what kind of structures we break. And if there is a potential chance of continuation to the downside. But for now, we're ranging. And it's a very tricky range. There's not much to get out of it until you break out. Lorenzo, talk a bit about the correlations, as you are Mr. Correlation between the VIX, dollar index, and the US indices. So, yeah, okay, let's do it. And we have the right here. So, okay, this is not the best. Doesn't matter. So we have the dollar here. Now the US30 here. And this is important indeed. So this is the US30. And the best case scenario will be if the US30 goes up. You know what? I can better do it this way. The best case scenario will be if the US30 goes up here, that you want to see the dollar. So US30 up, you want to see the dollar being neutral or coming down. And you want to see the VIX coming down. So you want to make sure that the VIX is looking bearish. You have these three charts here. It's called the VOLX, the VOLX. You will find it. That's the volatility index. It's very strongly negatively correlated to the S&P 500, the Nasdaq. Sometimes the US30, so it depends on how it is. You need to confirm always the correlation. If it's the other way around, you want to see this as well here. So the dollar needs to be bearish or neutral, and the VIX should be coming down for the US30 or the indices to come up. So if the dollar is looking very weak and the VIX is looking very weak, it's a very good sign for the indices. And you can higher probability for a trade. And the other way around. Hey Lorenzo, I have a sell order open at gold 1916. Do you believe the chart can come back to that price? Yes. Yes, dollar is looking okay. Yeah, this is the moment of truth though. The 102.285 for the dollar is the moment of truth. And then we see with gold if we can come down. If the dollar breaks up, yeah, we might be for a nice surprise here. We might be taking out the highs here and going for these highs here. And look for continuation to the upside. So, yeah, let's keep a close eye on 1914. In case we come down. Last week says it's really hard to start from the starting again. That's the game. Focus on the trades, don't focus on your account size. Do you think the Swiss franc Japanese yen will ever come down? So far the yen is still looking weak. We had an opportunity, but we took out the lows now. So we have to see. We have to see how this goes. We have some new levels to look at later on. With these lows. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But for now, we're not looking strong. So maybe we could see some more continuation still. Gold coming down, dollar pushing up. So if the dollar keeps pushing and breaks this high, we have a, it's actually this low. We have an interesting potential continuation for the dollar And still a turnaround for gold to the downside here. But in 4 minutes we have the New York Open, or the New York Stock Exchange opening here. So that will help us a lot here. What do you think about the EURUSD fake move up after New York Stock Exchange open and then sell off as we took the equal high liquidity? Thomas.
Yes. So yeah, I read your question as well. So for me still, like I mentioned a little bit earlier as well, is that if we manage to flip bullish on the XY, I see some potential that we might want to take the lows on the euro. That's what we're going for right now. It really depends on this closure. If we manage to break this 1 hour candle that we had, close below, that's already a big sign that they have the chance of going lower.
Yeah.
If they manage to close back within that candle, then we're just indecision. So we're not really showing where we want to go. And if the market doesn't show its hand, it's better to wait instead of forcing yourself into a position. So it's really important that we wait for this 1 hour closure.
Yeah,
the DXY is already breaking above. So I want to see them closing above as well. And then we have a chance for DXY to push. And we have a chance for euro to sell off more. So that's what we're waiting for right now.
I love it. And I mean to mean that gold will come down as well.
Yeah.
Continue its journey to the downside here. Yeah, there is definitely some downside potential for the euro here, huh? Everything that's below. Yeah, so let's see how we close this level. I want to see a closure below the 110. The dollar is losing, dollar is increasing in strength. So that should weaken the dollar, the gold. That should weaken gold a little bit here. But dollar at the same time is facing a little bit of resistance. So this is like a breakthrough moment. Thank you, Tiba. I created the support ticket in Discord. I'm so happy. Yes, sir. 25k funded account coming your way, my man. Amazing. Make sure you make an account here. Click on the link as well in the description. Make an account, and then it should be fixed. We're gonna get it sorted. Gold looking weak. But we really want to see that breakthrough for the dollar. The breakthrough is going to help us tremendously here. What do you think about ICT? I love it. Can I pass my evaluation if I do only one trade with you for 1 month? One trade, 1 month. We're doing our thing, brother. We're taking trades on a day-to-day basis here. Of course, these are not all the trades I take. I also take trades in London, of course, and that type of stuff here. But whatever we take in New York, it's up to you. So if euro breaks below here, yeah, then we can definitely look for more bearish continuation. So this is actually a pretty good level here to look at right now for the EURUSD. Below this particular zone. You can see clearly that it has been holding up here tremendously. So you had support, resistance, support, resistance. Now we have support. If you close and break and close below it, we might be looking at continuation to the downside here, taking out the sell side that's been built up here, which you could see some trend line liquidity that's there below. So it is an interesting one. And if you take the highs to the lows, we tapped into the 62%. Open is here. Let's see how it goes. $910 likes. We're gonna reach the 1,000 likes today, guys. Absolutely amazing. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support here. And wow. That's a quick one today. Lorenzo, how did I get your Excel? The spreadsheet is in the chat. You click on file and make a copy here. What about GU? Yeah, very similar. Very similar indeed. We have this whole level right there. I like EURUSD more. I think EURUSD has more potential. Why? Because we have taken out the previous highs already. And if you then flip, it gives us much more confidence for continuation. Because we have taken out the previous highs. And we flip and we then come down here. Ravi says, what's the difference between the VIX and the VOX? There's no difference. It's just, you know, the fractal chart looks better on the VOX on the lower time frame. Please, is gold going up or down? Gold is currently coming down. And we're waiting for the dollar to break this high here. Very important that we break this high. That's for us a very strong confirmation. So if we can break a high above and close above here, we can definitely see some potential, you know, continuation to the upside, where it will push gold down. Lorenzo, bro, please explain how the signals compare with the live stream trade. Is the spreadsheet signals or stream trades? It's stream trades. Every trade that we taken on stream over the last month and a half. But since last week, we have added one more stream per week now. So we stream 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday. Why? Because we just want to be there for you guys during the open. You know, opening the week together, analyzing together. And therefore, right now, yeah, more chance, more trades. That's just the game. More sessions, more trades. Yeah, we want to see this hourly closure, Thomas, for sure. Below, yeah. For the EURUSD. Maria says, morning Lorenzo and all happy Saint Lorenzo. Beautiful. Russell says, is GJ continuing long? For now, the yen is really weak. Yeah. So potentially. How much will gold come down here? That depends on the dollar. So if the dollar breaks this high, we're going to go and look deeply into gold here if we can take a short. But we want to see the dollar breaking at least this high here and continuing. Because if the dollar gets rejected right now, then there is just a chance that, you know, the dollar will flip and gold will come up again. So that's what we're waiting for. EURUSD. Also looking for shorts if the dollar continues up and if the EURUSD closes below. Because every single time when we close below, we saw it coming down at least towards where it was supposed to go. So towards, you know, points of liquidity, stop loss, you know, liquidation grabs, going for stop loss hunts and that type of stuff. So that's that. If we close above this level and the dollar comes down and breaks down, and we have a body closure above it for the euro, we might be looking into continuation to the upside. So we have two potential scenarios here for the euro, EURUSD. Just by looking at the market, and then also, of course, looking at the dollar. The Crypto News says, have you ever gone night surfing? No, I've never gone surfing in the night, no. That's a good question, but I've never done that before, no.
Sounds interesting. Sounds really fun. As long as you see what is coming in front of you, right?
Yeah. I have seen it. Wait, no, wait. I've seen it one time before. I've seen it one time before.
Are there many sharks in Bali at the beach?
No.
No sharks.
There was a shark attack, I think, before. The problem with Bali is you have to be careful of lightning.
Ah.
So if it's raining season and you're surfing, and there's lightning, and you're surfing literally at the moment, there is a chance you can get hit. To be very careful. Happened before.
Yeah.
I heard a story about a Belgian tourist that had his first surfing lesson. Got struck by lightning right in front of the beach.
That's really unfortunate.
Very. So be very careful. Be very aware with you know, Bali and raining season, surfing in rainy season. No sharks. Sharks don't mess with us here. Which country do you live in? I live in a small island in Indonesia. All right. We give it 20 minutes. 20 minutes for disclosure. 20 minutes for disclosure for the dollar, and that will help us out here. If the dollar closes in between and there's not much happening, it's just after the CPI, typical, you know, day where the volume dies out, and when it's not smart to look for new trades or not force anything. So the 20 more minutes for disclosure will help us, but it could suddenly turn into volume. You never know. So let's see. Since when are you in Bali, mate? 2020. So what do you think for Thomas? If the euro-US dollar breaks above the 110.5?
The 110.5, let me check. I was actually looking at GU as well. Let me see. If dollar managed to break about 110.5. Yeah, so what I was noticing as well, if you look at the 4 hour, we see that we have made equal highs precisely on the pip on the 4 hour to the upside, and we still have that gap. So there might be still a chance that we can actually still long this. Looking at the 4 hour candle, we also set in the bottom wick now. So there might be a chance once we flip this candle, that you can actually indeed look for longs. And then expecting that price wants to go further back down for the dollar, because you still it's an option for both ways, but we just have to wait for the right confirmation and we can take a trade. So that's what we're waiting for, right?
Yeah, I do like it, and I do see this also as like a EURUSD flip. Because the dollar is just not looking that strong to me right now, and if the dollar comes down, it's looking weaker, and we really start flipping the dollar here. So I'm talking about this level, the 102. And we turn from green to red bearish and the euro flips, then the 4-hour candle can still flip and turn around right now as well here. And if it flips that high, yeah, we might break that high and continue up. So
exactly, yeah.
I'm looking at buys above this level. I do think it's an interesting one if the dollar stays this weak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. So I'm really waiting on what's gonna happen. We have a closure in 17 minutes. Yeah. Right now they took out the high and they're returning to the other side. So if they manage to also close this one bearish, there's a big chance that we continue to the downside.
Simon says Corrado is an Italian respelling of the old German name Conrad, meaning brave or bold ruler. It brings out the mighty side in baby, ensuring you always know who's the boss. Well, that sounds good. That makes sense. Okay, we give it around... we give it to the hourly closure. And to see if you can still take a trade based upon the volume. The euro looks actually looks good. If you flip this and you continue up, it looks very solid here. And you have been consolidating here. You have that expansion, that confirmation. And you can look for that continuation if that's the case here. If the dollar indeed decides to break down and flip here and flip the 102. So comes back below, falls back below the 102. And an hourly closure below it or a 30-minute closure below it would be, of course, the perfect or ultimate scenario. Bodhi says, hey, I'm new to this whole trading thing. Is this live stream also for beginners? I would say yes. I think that if you join the live streams on a regular basis from Monday to Thursday on 7 a.m. EST, you're here every single day and you see the analysis every single day, you start learning and really seeing how we dissect the market from scratch every single day when we start our streams together. So I would say so. Absolutely, bro. Gold is hanging tight. It's really ranging at the moment. The dollar is though where it's at. So if the dollar breaks above this level, we could lead to more downside continuation for gold to EURUSD. And if they come down, it's the other way around. We flip here. Golden thoughts become golden things. I made the ignorant mistake that I don't wish upon anyone. I was trading US dollar stocks through my Canadian broker who was charging me interest. I should have converted from the Canadian to the dollar right away. Hey Manuel says, what do you say to people who jump in and out of the trade? Because it happens to me every time. I think I'd rather break even than a loss. I think a break-even trade should make sense. So if you want to put your stop loss on break-even, I think it should make sense. I do not think it's a good idea to go into a trade and immediately put your stop loss on break-even. I mean, it could work, but you're gonna pay fees. You have all kinds of other things. I'm personally in the understanding that it's better to have a good reason for your trade. Have a good reason to put your trade on break-even. So a higher high or a higher low, or a lower low, or a lower high, whatever the confirmation is. Of that internal structure where you're trading in, that could be a good reason to put your stop loss on break-even. Alright, 12 minutes left. This is the moment of truth here. This hourly closure is going to be super important. We have still almost 1,100 people watching here, and we have 942 likes, so that's absolutely nuts. Thank you for everyone who joined today. Smash that like button. Let's get us to 1,000 likes. That's our goal. That will be amazing. And yeah, we're here 4 days a week, 7 a.m. sharp. And keep in mind, it's summer. It's summer. All right, we're gonna do this the whole year around. We're not gonna quit. That's my commitment to you. All right, and why is this important? Well, we're gonna have a lot of trades, a lot of lessons, a lot of information coming your way. And hopefully that gives you the motivation to stay consistent, to improve, and to be part of a nice community as well. Do you trade London? I do trade London as well, yes. Alright, the euro is getting bought up here, Thomas.
Yes. I'm looking at the dollar as well. The dollar, the 4-hour candle is starting to flip bearish again. 10 minutes until the hour goes.
Yeah, we're starting to flip. Okay. These are going to be some important 11 minutes now. Chat, did he took any trades today, or is he planning? Yeah, we took 2 trades. One didn't get activated, and the other one played out. We survived the CPI.
You don't know me, son!
Next up is gold or the eurjpy. So let's see. We have that hourly closure that we're waiting for right now. Okay, advise on GJ broken 184 fake out. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to see. The high is getting taken out. And from there, I want to look at the lower time frame. And I want to see if we can start flipping here. And after the highs are taken out, if we can start creating new lows. So we have to manipulate the highs to then come down. I keep a close eye on GJ as well here. GG, silver bullet incoming. Yeah, let's see which one it's gonna be. What do you mean by flip? By flip, I mean the dollar flipping this candle. So for example, the dollar has a green, right, a bullish 1 hour candle right now. If we flip this candle right at the previous close of the previous hourly candle, that could lead into potential more directional buys towards the downside for the dollar. And especially if we close this candle this way. So that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for that potential flip. And see how gold will react to this. If the euro can then, when the dollar flips, if the euro can then break the highs and then continue to fill out that imbalance that's here. because we still have that gap there. Like an unmitigated gap that we can look up to or potentially can fill when we break that high here. So that's what we're looking for. Gold, same thing. The market is not stable, Tolbert. Yes, the market is indeed not stable. But the longer you're a trader, the more comfortable you get with the market. I think, Thomas, you agree here? You felt that like 100%. The longer you're in the game, the more comfortable you are with all these different situations, crazy stuff here. No volume, a lot of volume. No price action, a lot of price action.
Eventually you just know your business and then everything just flows. The moment you started understanding that losing, winning, everything is part of the business, that's the moment you start becoming more and more professional in your trading journey.
Yeah, I agree. I take this GJ also very serious right now. Now we have taken out these highs here. The highs are taken out. So if you now see some, some serious weakness here on the downside, that could give us a nice, confirmation here. At 183.75. Use my face too. I'm here for the first time. Amazing, man. You can use the spreadsheet to see the trades. You can ask any questions. You can join our Discord. We reached the 12,000 members today. So, big up to you guys. Amazing. Six minutes left. Yes, join our free Discord. We have our analysis there. We have our fam there, our community there. We're constantly talking about everything. We're sharing setups. We are in the lounge. The lounge is probably packed right now. Right here. Yes, absolutely packed. We have these voice channels that we use. And after the stream, people are hanging out there. So the stream actually just never ends. It just, transitions to Discord. Jolene says, hi, I missed yesterday's session. Hope everyone is well. Hope you're doing well, Jolene. You missed the trade yesterday. And you will get the next one. For now, personally, the USD looks the most interesting here.
I agree. One hour closure in 4 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, the yen index is still dumping here. But we have taken out the daily highs for GJ. So if we turn around here, then this is the moment to flip. It's the time, it's the moment. So if we create a lower low, then let's see what we can do here. Are you looking for gold shorts? If the dollar comes down, we're not looking for gold shorts here. Dollar is looking too weak now to look for shorts. At the moment. Absolutely, that's what we're waiting for here. So we have 4 minutes till the closure. What we're looking for is volume, of course. The volume, otherwise we can start staring at the chart for hours. But like, if there is no volume, there is no volume. Any views on the euro Canadian dollar? Let me do a quick one. Oh, euro is making a move here. Oh, sorry, Bitcoin is making a move here. That's interesting. Euro Canadian dollar. Where are we at? Okay, we broke to the zone. Yeah, indeed, we're back here. We got rejected. Lower low. Nice range. Nice high. Go to the 1 hour. Rejection point 1. Rejection point potentially 2. Definitely a range that I'm looking at. For now, you have a small level right here, which we're getting rejected already at. So if we already break down, bunch of sell side liquidity built up already. Yeah, so if you create something like this, you want to see this getting created, and if you then create a lower low, you want to maybe to go for a short right here. So if you see something like this, where you come up, you take out the highs here, you have a higher body closure followed by a lower low, and then continuing to the downside. Something in that manner. If you break above, and then look at the next two levels at 148.19 and 148.411. And wait for a reaction right there. And to see if you can do the same thing. Overall, there is a chance that we could push up to come down. I'm looking for the Euro USD. I agree. We're looking very similar levels here. So if we close above this, we will look for longs, Euro USD longs.
I would even be more interested if they wick down first on the next hourly candle and they close and they break the high of that candle.
Yeah,
it's even 10 times better. Especially with the two equal highs above as well, with the big fair value gap as well on the 1 hour. So looks really good.
Absolutely fair.
Let's see what happens.
Nice breakout. I love how everyone came at 7 a.m. sharp today. Everyone was there. Boom. Waiting. Amazing. We took them to the whole CPI expectation. Trade even played out. Well, eventually we broke even, but at least we didn't see any drawdown. So I'm content. Let's see if the Euro USD gives us one more last push for a trade here. This is what the CPI does here. Expansion, a little glitch in the matrix. Expansion. A nice sell-off because it's exactly the market. The volume is coming down. Volume is dying out. It follows the market trend here. So I will make more trading decisions based on this chart from now on. And we're almost at 1,000 likes.
Almost. Everyone press the like, 20 more to go.
Neo is the one. That's my son's name, Neo. The neocortex.
$1K likes. Thank you, everyone.
You have one son or two? I have one. How many kids? How many kids do you want to produce? Well, I think I want to manufacture around 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them.
They're all different versions as well. That's something.
All right, we have the hourly closure. We closed right in the center here. We are almost at that flip of the euro here, but yeah, let's give it 50 more minutes. Let's see if there is enough volume here. Okay, share your Excel sheet. Yeah, it's in the description. Stop loss and take profit for the euro. Well, it depends on if you break the high. So if you break the highs and you close above it here, you place your stop loss under the previous wick. That's what we're looking for. But you need to see like a strong bottom wick. If you don't see a strong bottom wick and you break out, I'm very patient, very careful here. We can see a 30-minute breakout and a next candle. So it could still be possible. I mean, I'm looking for longs. I like what I see for the USD, and I think it has more potential than shorts.
Let's see.
Yeah. Now I have a son right now, but I was like, you know what? Let me see how that shit with AI goes for now. I'm still young, so let's see how that shit with AI goes. If everything goes good and as everything's under control, then we can continue the process. But yeah, I want to look at AI first and like see how that goes. Okay, hopefully we see a breakout here shortly. That would be amazing. Dollar is looking weak. Let's look at the US30 indeed. Right, the expansion was great. Yeah. Yeah, you just want to see a lower low, if that's the scenario here. A lower low of like 35,464 and see if you can continue from there. Starting to lose, we're starting to slow down indeed. Starting to slow down right now for the US30, but there is still no lower low created, so. Let's go euro. Let's go euro. Come on. It's a beautiful, beautiful breakout. If that's a breakout here, closure buffer, there's enough volume here. We can test it high. We can test this high right there. And that would be a nice move. Lorenzo, I've been trying to learn more about market structure, but somehow supply and demand levels confuse me according to different time frames. Would you mind giving me some hint? I get it. Yeah, the top-down analysis here is always a tough one, right? So how to properly do a top-down analysis from high to low. And what matters the most here? What I personally realized is that if I try to look at 4-hour swing points, taking my entries like on the 15-minute, I think the 4-hour is a fantastic range to look at. So a swing low to a swing high point, for example, is for me on the 4-hour a fantastic range to look at. To make it easy for yourself, especially if you're beginning, the 4-hour swing high to swing low and the 15-minute entry models are usually a really good way to start out. So try to work, just a small tip, try to work with the 4-hour, 1 hour and the 15-minute only, just at the beginning. The other thing you can do as well is when you come to the streams, 7 AM, we talk about gold and we take gold from the weekly to the lower time frames based on candle structures as well. That's another way to look at it. Johnny says, Quais, good luck, bro. You will get there next time. Don't make the same mistake next time. Close it down immediately after a nice win. Be disciplined and you learn from your mistakes today. What happened? What happened? Quais. Just literally what I said to myself, went to walk my dog and was thinking, really, it's hard to just kill MT4 after making a nice win. I learned my lessons. Hope you entered, or hope you broke even on your trade at least. Okay, we're coming down again. Okay, I think that's it for today's session, guys. We had a beautiful CPI. We took 2 trades. One played out, one executed, one didn't get triggered. Dollar is still within this range here. I think that we're going to face some resistance shortly. You know, we start to consolidate in between here. I think we're going to head to Discord to see what's happening there. If anything pops up, we're just going to move forward. If you want to join our Discord, you know you can join for free. Links in the description here. Tomorrow, we will be back. We broke some records today, by the way, guys. We broke some records today. So thank you for that, guys. We had 1,700 people watching at the peak with an average of 1,100 people. So we're growing. Community is growing. Crazy live stream. We still took a trade today. And hopefully the market will recover a little bit. And then from next week onwards, back on track. Monday, new analysis, 7 AM sharp. I want to see you guys joining on a day-to-day basis here. Put it in your calendar. Monday to Thursday, we're going to be here for you. On a Friday, I do a crypto live stream in Discord. Because I'm a big fan of crypto. I'm passionate about it. This is what I like to do a lot. This is where I made a lot of money. Also in the past. And I see a lot of potential for in the future. So for that particular reason, we're doing crypto live trading in Discord. We do crypto live streams in Discord. And I'm also just, you know, constantly aware of what's happening right now. We're in summer, we're in the mean phase here, but this is the perfect moment to get a little bit more interested in it. Because after the summer, crypto is gonna go absolutely fucking wild. I'm telling you, crypto is gonna go wild here. So we have streams on a Friday in Discord. If you want to have more information from that and you want to get access to it for free as well, you can join us right here. We have a guy, his name is Tim. He gives free signals, and these signals are crushing it as well here to get you more interested. That's our trick, to get you more interested, give you free signals. The copy trading is coming for it as well again, and all that kind of beautiful stuff. So thank you today, guys. Thomas, what a stream.
Yes, brother.
Really enjoyed it.
What a stream today.
Guys, who's gonna come on a Monday? Who's committed here? If you are, let me know in the chat right now. I'm committed. And your giveaway guy you won, we're gonna give you your $25,000 MyForex MyForex Funded Next account. I will give it you after the stream. We'll contact you in customer support. So it's gonna be good. Okay. Monday to Thursday, guys. Thank you guys so much for today's session. I really enjoyed it here. You guys were by far the best. And looking forward to host another session. One more time. I'm gonna crush it this year. My commitment is fully there. We are fully committed to be there a whole year long. 4 days a week. New York session. To help you out become a better trader, to become successful, and hopefully get some winning trades, but also learn along the way. All right? Much love, fam. You guys are all the best. See you in the next stream.
Bye-bye.
Peace.